Imagine this. Your phone rings on a Tuesday morning. The voice on the other end already knows your name. They know where you work. They even know your manager. Hi, this is IT. We're updating the system today. I just need you to verify your login so you don't lose access. It sounds routine, professional, safe. So, you tell them your password. Nothing crashes. No alarm sounds. You go back to work. By lunchtime, your entire company has been compromised. Not because someone hacked the computers, because someone hacked you. For years, Hollywood convinced us that hackers break through firewalls, typing furiously in dark rooms filled with glowing screens. But the greatest hacker of his generation didn't start with a keyboard. He started with trust. And before this story ends, the man who stole trust from everyone else will lose everything the exact same way. Long before the FBI knew his name, before newspapers called him America's most wanted hacker, Kevin Mitnick was just a quiet kid growing up in Los Angeles. Nothing about him looked extraordinary. He wasn't the smartest student in school. He wasn't building computers in his bedroom. If you had walked past him, you probably wouldn't have remembered his face. But you would have missed the one thing that made him different. Kevin noticed patterns where everyone else saw ordinary things. He saw hidden systems. One afternoon, he found himself staring at a used bus ticket. Most people would have thrown it away. Kevin couldn't. Tiny holes had been punched into the paper. Different colors, different numbers. At first, they looked completely random. But Kevin didn't believe in random. He believed every system, no matter how complicated, was speaking a language. You just had to learn how to read it. Days later, he had figured it out. Those tiny holes weren't decorations. They told bus drivers where the ticket came from, how long it was valid, even where it could be used. A secret, hidden in plain sight. That tiny discovery planted an idea that would define Kevin's entire life. If people build a system, people can understand it. And if people can understand it, then maybe the system isn't as secure as everyone believes. Kevin had just unlocked his first puzzle. He had no idea. The next one would connect millions of people across America. And unlike a bus ticket, it could talk. What was so special about a telephone that had changed Kevin's life forever? If I asked you to picture the world's most dangerous hacker, you'd probably imagine someone sitting in a dark room. 6 monitors, lines of green code racing across the screen. That's exactly what everyone imagined, even the FBI. But Kevin wasn't reaching for a keyboard. He was reaching for a telephone. He dialed a number. An employee picked up. "Good morning, network operations." Kevin smiled. His heartbeat never changed. His breathing stayed calm. His voice sounded exactly like it belonged there. "Hi, this is Kevin from IT. We're updating a few employee accounts this morning. I just need to verify your login so nothing gets deleted by mistake." Think about that for a second. He didn't threaten anyone. He didn't trick anyone with complicated technology. He simply sounded like someone they already trusted. And one by one, employees gave him everything. Usernames, passwords, internal phone numbers, security procedures. Not because they were careless, not because they weren't intelligent, because helping people felt natural. And Kevin understood something almost nobody else did. People don't trust facts. They trust familiarity, a confident voice, a believable story, a sense of urgency. That's all it takes. He didn't break through the company's security. He walked around it, past millions of dollars worth of software, past encrypted servers, past locked doors, by convincing someone to unlock them from the inside. Years later, the cybersecurity world would finally give it a name: social engineering. But by then, Kevin had already proven something the world wasn't ready to hear. The strongest firewall in any company has never been its computers. It's the people. And people can be persuaded. With every successful phone call, Kevin's confidence grew. So did the legend. And somewhere, hundreds of miles away, someone had just opened a file with his name on it. They didn't know where he was, but they knew one thing. Whoever this man was, he wasn't hacking computers. He was hacking human nature. The phone calls worked, again and again and again. Every successful conversation made Kevin bolder. He wasn't chasing money. He wasn't trying to become famous. He was addicted to something much harder to walk away from. The feeling of solving another impossible puzzle. Every company believed their security was different. Their systems were stronger. Their employees were better trained. Kevin kept proving the same thing. Technology evolves. People don't. One believable story could still unlock the world's most secure doors. Soon, stories about him spread through underground hacker communities. Nobody seemed to know who Kevin Mitnick really was, only what he could do. Some called him a genius, others called him reckless. Most simply called him a ghost. Because ghosts don't leave fingerprints, they leave questions. How did he get in? Who helped him? Where did he go? No one had answers. But while the legend grew underground, something else was happening above it. The FBI stopped seeing isolated incidents. They started seeing a pattern. Different companies, different cities, the same invisible signature. Someone wasn't just breaking into computer systems. Someone was exposing a weakness that existed in every single one of them. Trust. A task force was assembled. Telephone records were subpoenaed. Investigators worked through the night. Security experts compared evidence. For the first time, the hunt wasn't for a computer. It was for a man. And Kevin knew it. He changed apartments, changed phone numbers, changed identities. He trusted no one. Never stayed anywhere long enough to feel at home. Imagine waking up every morning, wondering if today was the day someone would knock on your door. That wasn't a movie. That was Kevin's life. For years, it worked. Until Kevin made one decision he never should have made. He chose the wrong target. A man who understood hackers, as well as Kevin understood people. His name was Tsutomu Shimomura. And unlike everyone else, he wasn't chasing a legend. He was studying a human being. Every system has a weakness. Kevin knew that better than anyone. For years, he found weaknesses in companies, in governments, in billion-dollar security systems. He studied them. He exploited them. Then, he disappeared. But there was one weakness Kevin never looked for, his own. When Kevin broke into the computer of cybersecurity expert Tsutomu Shimomura, he thought he had found another puzzle. He hadn't. He had found his equal. Unlike everyone else, Shimomura didn't panic. He didn't make headlines. He didn't call Kevin a genius. He simply watched. Patiently. Quietly. Like a hunter tracking footprints through fresh snow. While Kevin believed he was still invisible, Shimomura was learning his habits, the hours he connected, the routes he preferred, the tiny decisions that seemed meaningless, until they formed a pattern. Because every person, no matter how careful, eventually becomes predictable. For months, Kevin trusted one thing, that he was still one step ahead. But confidence has a strange way of becoming routine. Routine becomes habit. And habit leaves a trail. Then one night, Kevin stayed connected. Just a little too long. Only minutes. But sometimes, minutes are all history needs. Shimomura followed the signal. The FBI followed Shimomura. And on the morning of February 15th, 1995, there was a knock at the door. Not loud, not violent, just a knock. The chase that had lasted years ended in seconds. Here's the irony. The man who spent his life convincing strangers to trust him never lost because someone built a better firewall. He lost because, for the first time, he underestimated another human being. And in doing so, he placed his confidence in the wrong person. The greatest social engineer in history had finally been outplayed. When Kevin Mitnick walked out of prison, something unexpected happened. The same companies that once feared him started hiring him, not to break into their systems, but to protect them, because they had finally understood something. Kevin's greatest weapon was never technology. It was human nature. Today, our phones unlock with our faces. Our passwords are longer. Our networks are stronger. Artificial intelligence watches for threats before we even notice them. We've built smarter machines, but we haven't changed ourselves. Every day, someone clicks a fake email, answers a convincing phone call, trusts a message that looks just real enough. Not because they're foolish, because they're human. Maybe that's why Kevin's story still matters. It was never really about a hacker. It was about us, about how easily confidence becomes assumption. Assumption becomes trust. And trust can open doors no computer ever could. At the beginning of this story, I asked you to imagine a phone call. Now imagine something else. Tomorrow, your phone rings. The voice knows your name, your workplace, even your manager. Will you still believe that the strongest security system is the one on your computer? Or will you remember that the first firewall has always been you? Kevin Mitnick didn't hack computers. He hacked trust, and trust is still the easiest system to break. Do well to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more educative videos and to get notified immediately. We drop a new video